Welcome to the Three-Man Podcast. We're back, 3MP for short. We're going to kill it this week with the Elimination Chamber. Yeah, now if you remember last week, we had a prediction video where we made our guesses of who we thought was going to win. And we took a nice little bet. And the loser, after the year, because we're going to tally everything up, has to buy the winner dinner. So this week, Alex sucked.
Winners.
Yeah, I was off.
Yes, unfortunately for Alex, he wasn't doing well.
No.
But
I came close.
He did.
You guys didn't give me that point at the end. I predicted that Braun was going to be in the final two, and you guys thought I was insane for that.
Before we shoot our load, let's start out. Let's start out from the beginning.
Let's edge a little.
All right.
This is the PG podcast.
This is the PG podcast. What? Shoot your load. It's like a water gun.
Okay.
You're making it bad by saying that.
Before all that,
we're
going to plug some social media.
Going to plug because that's what we do.
This
is the intro before
Steven's
the intro.
level of social media.
First of all,
yes.
Thanks for everyone who watched our stream.
Yes.
It was a roller coaster.
It was a roller coaster.
You could say
very big roller coaster.
Actually, we want to thank Tommy for coming out.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thanks, Tommy. Who's joining us on the podcast today?
My name is Tommy.
Yes, he's our guest.
You could see his face on the Twitch.
A little background on Tommy. He's a Navy vet. He's a war hero, and we're glad to have him on the podcast right now. Thank you so much for your service and coming onto the podcast.
I'm so proud to be here.
Are you proud to be a war hero?
This is probably his 5th Heineken.
You are.
So anyway,
hero of the game.
If you
Next
watch the
Devils
stream,
game he goes to.
Oh my God, we're gonna do that. All right.
I don't think Tommy
All right,
wants
so
that.
if you guys watched the stream, you saw Tommy was here. We all watched it live. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Steven was getting really amped.
Yes.
Alex was getting amped. I was eating a lot.
Yeah, the Chris Cam might be dedicated. I might put a little thing, Chris Cam, and then a calorie count
The Chris
on the bottom.
Too many gifs.
The Chris
The
Cam
amount of
was,
food that Chris ate tonight.
Yep.
he was either eating or going upstairs to get more food to eat.
That's what I did
He
during
disappeared for a little bit.
the Elimination
Every now
Chamber.
and then.
All right, so Steven, you wanna start it off?
Yeah, so obviously Twitch, you could see our live stream from tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We're recording this right after. You can watch that. Facebook, well, it's twitch.tv/3MP Wrestling. I should say that. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at 3MP Wrestling, as usual. SoundCloud, probably listening to it on SoundCloud, and YouTube. 3MP Wrestling. So.
And Mixcloud.
Yes,
So-
Mixcloud.
I was about to say Mixcloud has all our episodes, so if you ever want to go back and watch the first 5 episodes or whatever videos we have, I mean, sound bites, audio, podcast, whatever you want to call episodes, you can check that on Mixcloud and YouTube.
Yes, YouTube. I'd say go to YouTube because that's where most of our stuff is going to end up being.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to bash Mixcloud or anything, but their feature, you can't go back.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was kind of annoying. So you can go forward, you can skip, but you can't rewind. It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
So most of our stuff will be on YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah.
all of it will. Besides, like the full-length streams, unless we eventually do them on YouTube.
And our streams are banked on Twitch right now for the time being.
If I had to make a suggestion, watch the second part of it.
Yes, watch the 2 hour and 10-minute part. The first hour was, like we said, it was a roller coaster of a stream.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Yeah, we had a lot of technical difficulties, but the last 2 hours, we finished off strong. So it was a rocky start, but we finished strong. So watch that if you want to watch
so
it.
strong.
Yeah.
We did. I think we did. Even we got some interactions.
Yes.
Thanks to everyone who followed us.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
People who chatted, we appreciate that
Yes.
too.
Interaction is what we aim for, so we
Yes.
appreciate that.
Cute is also what
And
we aim
criticism
for.
is always welcome. All right, so we started off with women.
Yes, the women. Well, no, there was a pre-show.
Yeah.
You weren't
No
here.
one cares
You were
about
getting
the pre-show.
You were getting our food, which
one
you
cares.
loved.
He was getting
And
the start
Tommy.
of his night
No one
of
cares
food.
about the pre-show.
No, but me and Alex were setting up, so we didn't really watch the match. But the club did beat the Miss Raj.
And that means I got a point.
Yes, all three of us picked the
Yeah.
club, Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah.
So that was that.
Yeah.
Again, we didn't really watch it because we
It
were
was-
setting everything up.
We pretty much were setting everything up, and the next thing you know, we heard the pin. We're like, oh, that was kind of a quick pre-show match.
So, but the night did start with the Women's Elimination Chamber, the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber for the Raw Women's Championship.
First ever?
Yes.
So are they just trying to do first evers this whole year?
I mean, they've been doing first ever women's things for a while now.
They'll never stop.
Well, at this point, they've pretty much done
They cover all the big most of the big pay-per-views.
that the men have done. So after they've done Hell in a Cell, Royal Rumble. I think Elimination Chamber was the last.
They did the
one.
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
So
Yeah,
Money in the
Mhm.
bank.
That's fun.
yeah, they did.
yeah, Money in the Bank is a fun pay-per-view. I'm excited to stream.
Tommy's missing out.
I told you, bro. Anyway, so Women's Elimination Chamber. It started off with Bailey and Sonya Deville in the ring. And
Me and Chris's pick. Bailey.
yes, Bailey was picked by them.
Bailey. She disappointed me though.
Yeah.
So, they went back and forth, and then what do you know? Tommy did call this. I will give him this. Mandy Rose was the next one in, right out of the pod. So 2-on-1 on Bailey for most of that interaction. They beat down Bailey pretty hard. They tied her up in the chains, to which I struggled for probably 5 minutes trying to figure out what I wanted to say about a religious symbolism.
Yeah, because they're wearing all white.
Yeah,
is weird.
I kept saying religious and not figuring out what the second word was going to be, and then eventually I got it. But yeah, I don't think that's actually what it was, but I just threw it out there. But Sasha Banks came out next, Bailey's buddy. So they beat up Absolution. So she actually took out both of them on her own because Bailey was pretty beat up. So good booking for Sasha. And Sasha actually eliminated Mandy Rose in that sequence with the Banks statement.
Boo.
What?
Boo.
Why?
He's not a fan of Sasha.
You don't like Sasha?
Remember?
Not really. I feel like the Wonder Woman got knocked out too quickly.
Oh, we didn't get to her yet.
I'm just saying. Didn't Sasha get her out?
Let's get to that first.
I'm sorry,
Hold
man.
on, man. You're jumping the gun
I'm
here.
sorry.
Anyway, speaking of Wonder Woman girl, Mickie James came out next.
Yeah.
She was in a Wonder Woman outfit sort of thing.
I love you, Mickey.
Tommy loves Mickie James. So yeah, Mickie came out next. Mickie had a cool high spot.
Yeah.
She had the high spot of the match where she climbed up on the...
And then she lost.
Yeah, predictable.
So stupid.
But hold on.
Can't hold on. I'm very upset by this.
She climbed up on the pod, which isn't a pod anymore. It's more of a phone booth type situation.
Yeah.
It's not a phone booth.
I mean, it looks like a phone booth.
Call it what it is. It's a pod.
I couldn't even hear. Were they calling it a pod?
Okay, phone pod. Okay.
No, it's a phone
pod.
It's a pod. It's fine. Tide Pods.
Yeah, you didn't see the Tide logo on the side? Oh, no. It went out because they didn't charge their battery.
Yeah. Anyway, Mickie pinned Sonya off that high spot. It was kind of a flying nothing,
Yeah, it was weird.
but it's a
Very weird.
precarious jump, so we'll give her that one.
Super flying press.
Super flying nothing press. We'll call it that. But then we saw Sasha continuing to team up with Bailey. Bailey hits the Bailey to belly from the top rope on Mickie James, and she eliminates Mickie. Wait, no, that's not what happened. Sasha eliminated Bailey, right? That's what happened.
She has a heel
No.
turn,
Bailey.
but that was later on.
Bailey doesn't get knocked out.
You're
Mickey
right.
James gets
You're
knocked
right.
out
You're right.
first.
Yes, Mickie
Or
James got
second.
knocked out.
Exactly why
I'm
that
jumping
was
the gun
messed
now.
up.
Everyone's jumping the gun.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it wasn't right.
What?
It wasn't right that she got knocked out.
You wanted
Mickie
Mickie James
James?
to be in the match longer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why?
Did you see what she was doing?
She jumped off of stuff.
She
Have you
was
seen what
wrecking.
she's done for the
I understand
the
that.
entertainment system?
Yeah.
Yeah, she started the
wrecking
women's
it.
revolution.
She was awesome.
You
She was
could say.
Wonder
You can
Woman.
have her and Gail Kim as the two people who helped.
You know?
Yeah, but
And then Sasha Banks
but
was like,
Sasha
oh, look at
Banks,
me,
Sasha
purple."
Banks was Wonder Woman first.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was. She wore Wonder Woman gear at Royal Rumble.
No.
Yeah,
No.
Royal Glamazon.
She's purple.
Beth
Phoenix.
She was in the Royal Rumble.
Right,
She
but
was,
she
yeah.
kind of wore the same type of attire.
She helped start it too.
Listen, you
Okay.
know who Wonder Woman was.
So we're gonna
Don't play like
say
you
she
don't.
started it.
No, we're talking now. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about Wonder Woman here. We're talking about the women's revolution.
Yeah, she started it back in 19 whatever.
No,
this is.
Stop.
no, she's not.
She's not that old.
We're not
She's
that
old, but she's not that old.
2006.
But Alexa Bliss was the last one out, the champion. But that left Alexa, Bailey, and Sasha. Bailey and Sasha patiently waited for Alexa to get out of her pod.
Well, they tried to get it in, and then she
Yeah,
smart
she's-
closed the door,
yeah,
which
she
is pretty
closed the
funny.
door.
We laughed at that part.
Which led to a little
Pitiful.
bit of a chase between them up and down this cell. And eventually, this leads to Sasha turning on Bailey and kicking her off of the cage.
Which is this technically the start of a heel turn, or was it just because it's the nature of the match?
No,
Every man for themselves, every
I
woman
think
for
it's-
themselves.
I think it's just because of the match.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
I don't know.
If
Would
you
you-
had to say,
I guess it's just part of the match.
you
But
don't.
would you like to see Sasha as a heel?
I don't know. Sasha just sucks.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
I feel like she doesn't bring anything interesting.
The funny thing is, his quote earlier in the predictions video was, "We all know Sasha's not going to win this thing," and she was in the final 3.
Yeah.
Was.
But guess who?
too.
Guess
Got
who
a
won
couple
though?
eliminations too.
Guess who won? Not her. So
Wow. Spoiler. Anyway.
she's equivalent to Apollo.
Wow.
Wow,
in my
yeah,
book.
that's low though. That's a low blow.
Sasha
right
Banks
there,
is a
dude.
multiple time women's champion.
Paolo
Really?
has done nothing.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's not
He
surprising.
literally has done nothing. He got called up too soon, and everyone knew when he got called up that he got called up too soon.
Okay, maybe Sasha's not that bad.
Yeah.
But still, right now,
And
Sasha's
Apollo's not that
impressing.
bad. You just have a vendetta against Apollo.
Yeah. I don't know. What's
Literally,
going on with
every
that.
match I saw from him, he's like, "I'm in here," and then out. It's like, what the hell? Get out of here.
I feel like we need to start timing it for Chris. How long has Apollo been in this match? 30 seconds, and he
Yeah.
got thrown out? Okay.
Ridiculous.
Anyway, Alexa hits a superplex on Bailey, and then Sasha sets up for a splash. We don't know who she's gonna hit, and she chooses. Who she chose? Bailey, right?
She chose Bailey,
She
yeah.
chose Bailey.
Yep.
And me and Chris were a little upset about that because we didn't want to see her pick get eliminated.
But
And yeah.
Wasn't she UFC, right? She was part of UFC?
who?
Bailey?
Bailey.
No.
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 Sonya Deville
wasn't-
was.
Sonya
She wasn't in UFC. She was
Okay.
an MMA fighter before she became in WWE.
Okay.
So she's
Okay.
part of like the trio, like or the people with Ronda Rousey. Like they're gonna potentially
Yeah.
do a feud between the 4 horsewomen and the 4 UFC MMA people.
Okay.
No, she's not.
But they're not
Sonya is
doing
not part of that.
Well,
That's completely different. That's unrelated to that.
I don't know.
Shayna Baszler is the one
Sorry,
that's friends
yeah,
with
her.
Ronda Rousey.
sorry,
So many
I get those
bees,
two mixed up
bro.
all the time.
Can't handle these
I get
bees.
those two mixed up all the time.
It happens. Anyway, go through a couple other things. Bailey does hit the super Bailey to belly on super Bailey to Bailey off the top rope
Okay.
on Alexa.
That's
Bailey to belly.
No, on Sasha.
Belly
but-
to belly's the thing.
Yeah.
Throw 'em over.
Oh, when you hug someone and you throw them behind you. Just say
Yeah.
that.
No, it's a Bailey.
It's
to belly.
Bailey to belly because her name
Because
is
she-
Bailey.
Yeah,
Yes.
she does it different.
See,
That-
Tommy.
that's how they
Tommy doesn't
distinct
even
her
have a
finisher.
podcast, and he gets it.
Tommy is gonna have a It's gonna be a podcast of heroes.
Hopefully.
Anyway, but Alexa pounces and rolls Bailey up before she could pin Sasha.
Which was me and
And
Chris's
eliminates
sad
Bailey.
moment.
Yeah.
To which I popped because that meant your pick was out and my pick was still in. Woo!
Boo.
Anyway, Sasha, I did like this spot. It's probably my favorite spot in the match. What?
Yo, stop being the Tin Man right now. Calm down. Calm down over there.
Bailey, not Bailey, Sasha hits the bank statement on Alexa but on the outside of the ring, to which we were all like, oh, she can't win the match out there. So, which they established, which is different from past elimination chambers. But she rolls into the ring, which was very cool to keep it locked in. But Alexa reverses it, and she does her thing. Blah, blah, blah. Sasha ends up on the top rope. Bliss DDT from the top rope. It's over. Alexa Bliss retains her title. And my prediction was right. Why are we clapping?
She's hotter.
Wow.
Tommy, you never say anything so right.
You're not
Good
allowed
for
to
you,
say that,
Steven.
man.
Good for you.
We pounded fists. Me and Tommy.
This is the start of my downfall.
All right.
But
This
yeah.
was the start of my downfall of the night.
Alexa wins. She cuts promo after. Teases a face turn, to which she quickly swerves us. And she cuts a very, very good heel promo, saying lots of heel things. And that she's going to... What's happening?
She has the crowd. She has the crowd. Everyone's cheering for her, and then a split second they start booing because she starts
Yes.
targeting the crowd,
Mm-hmm.
saying they don't believe in
And
her.
Alexa
or whatever.
Bliss will be going to WrestleMania as champion. Who she will be facing, we don't know yet.
Asuka.
Asuka. Are
We
you
know
kidding
who
me?
she could be
Yeah.
We
facing.
don't.
Are you serious?
Asuka.
We don't know. She's
How do we
definitely
not
facing
know?
Asuka for
Asuka
sure.
hasn't picked her
It's
opponent
going
yet.
to be
They
Asuka.
said it was
It's
gonna
the
be. It was
easiest
not even a triple
matchup.
threat. Did you
Steven,
watch
they
the
did.
do you
second?
want to put money?
No.
Do you want to put money
That
on
was
this?
Asuka and Nia Jax was to determine Nia Jax would be entered in any match Asuka is in. Asuka still hasn't picked. She could pick Charlotte or Alexa Bliss.
That statement.
Ronda Rousey's going to be on Raw.
Who would choose the
She's
other
gonna be
one?
on Raw. Exactly.
So Asuka's going to go to SmackDown.
No,
You want me to bet right now?
I'm not.
I will bet $20
won't
on this
put-
right
I
now
won't
that
put
Asuka is
Asuka.
facing Charlotte at WrestleMania.
Why?
Because that's the match.
A harder match for Asuka. Pick the easy match. Go
That's
against
not
Asuka, get the
her. She's
championship.
never picked the easy
She's
match.
not getting the championship if she doesn't choose the other match.
What? Charlotte's champion. There's 2 champions.
Okay. All right.
But Charlotte's. I don't know. I don't think.
Who's going to
Asuka's
be the
win.
title match SmackDown? Ruby Riott?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
because that's at Fastlane.
Becky Lynch.
In order for that to happen, Ruby Riott would have to win as
It's
Fastlane.
silly not to
Becky
go for Alexa
Lynch.
Bliss, though.
No.
Becky Lynch
It's
gets
not
Charlotte.
silly.
We should get that again.
It's
at
going to be
WrestleMania.
Asuka and Nia Jax, and then it's going to... Not Asuka. It's going to be Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax and Asuka versus Charlotte. Mark my words.
I'm saying.
You
I don't.
guys didn't even think Alexa Bliss was going to win this match.
Well, we didn't. But I'm
So
saying,
clearly they have the
wouldn't
long-term
mind-
vision.
I wouldn't mind seeing those matches. I really wouldn't. But I'm saying in terms of Asuka, I feel like
We've seen
go
Alexa Bliss
against Alexa
versus Asuka before.
yeah, we have.
It's going to be Asuka versus Charlotte. Trust me.
Oh my god.
Trust me.
What if Ronda just decides that she signed my contract, but she wants to go to SmackDown instead of Raw?
She can't. She signed
There's
a
no
contract.
world. There's no world.
Big stars are
But
on
what
Raw.
about Kurt Angle and his weird defection of flu that he has?
She didn't-
He's like, I'm gonna trade you to. I'm gonna
Don't
trade
worry.
in you to SmackDown.
Anyway.
I want Baron Corbin.
Anyway.
Oh, you know what really bummed me out? I couldn't fit your statement about him being bald or balding in the Instagram video, the preview. I had it like almost, and then it got cut off, and I couldn't get it into like the minute. It's pretty disappointing.
Anyway, that brought us to our tag title match, which was announced midweek. It was The Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus versus Titus Worldwide, Apollo, and Titus O'Neil.
And going in, like when you saw those two, like you're like, obviously the bar is gonna win.
Is it my
Yes.
Is it my typical match where you go to the bathroom, get your tacos, get your
For me,
nachos, get
is
your
to get Talenti.
your merch?
Well, you did that like 4 times, so
Yes.
you can say every match was
But
that.
again, I'm so sick of the bar, and you guys both picked the bar. Where I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing Titus get a nice win here.
You know
They
what?
So
won
I
on- they
picked
won on
Titus
Raw.
Worldwide.
They won on Raw. So
You
they are
know,
gonna win this match.
I agree. I'm tired of the bar. Like Sheamus came out, I was like, ah.
Why did I pick the bar? That was the exact words. Like, wait, Sheamus is in the bar. Why did I pick them?
But you knew they were gonna win because you heard Titus O'Neil, and you're like, nah, son, ain't about that.
But no. So, yeah. Again, this was in the midst of our technical difficulties.
Yeah,
So I think we all kind of tuned out to this match.
yeah, we did.
But the bar wins. Anyway.
Titus didn't go over. Bar one,
Yeah,
usual. But
the bar.
I lost that one, and then my night still went downhill from that.
Yeah. Me and Chris picked the bar. So they'll go into Mania as tag champions.
Boring.
Probably facing the Revival or a few other teams. So we'll see.
The Bludgeon Brothers.
No, it's SmackDown.
That's Mac.
Bludgeon Brothers.
Anyway, that brought us to Asuka versus Nia Jax. And the winner, if Nia won this match, she would enter the same match as Asuka at WrestleMania. And as we learned, she is yet to decide who she's facing at WrestleMania, despite what you guys thought.
Asuka. What's her name? I can't remember her name.
Asuka.
Asuka.
Asuka! How was that?
Reminded me of that Tekken guy.
Yeah, you
Right,
guys
isn't
you
that
keep
Tekken?
talking,
Oh, Street Fighter.
You keep talking
Street
about how
Fighter,
she's
sorry.
in like Soul Calibur Tekken.
She's straight out of one of those fighting games.
Asuma?
No, what's it? Was
No,
it?
that's
Hadouken.
fucking
You mean
Naruto.
Hadouken?
That's
Yeah.
Ryu.
Hadouken?
Yeah.
That's
Ryu and Ken.
Yeah, so I did the Hadouken with Asuka.
Hadouken!
Oh
Whoa.
my god.
All right.
Yeah,
Bleeding
I got
right
I got
there.
the real
If anyone's
Headphone users.
Street Fighter fans.
We
Here I am.
apologize for that.
Bleeding lives right there. Okay, continue, Steve.
anyway,
Big Steve right there.
you sure you got the name right?
Who, Steve?
Asuka?
Oh, Asuka.
He's gonna say that every time.
Yeah.
Oh look, it's Asuka.
I don't know why I thought that.
Anyway. That's funny. Yeah, we've seen this match a few times at this point. It's always entertaining when they have a match, though. I can't say it isn't. Nia threw Asuka around a bit in this match, as she does. Hit a Samoan drop.
Passed down to a family from generations to generations.
Yes.
The Samoa drop.
Little callback to Yokozuna. She did the bonsai drop.
But yeah, it was kind of weird though, because she like went to do it, but she like didn't completely land on her. She like stopped, and then it just looked kind of weird.
And Asuka rolls out of the way of that.
Yeah.
Rolls out of the way. Wait, didn't you say roll out? Was that when you said roll out?
Yeah, I said roll out, and you started
roll
saying
out.
Ludicrous. I don't know if that was it, but yeah, you did do that at one point. Asuka hits her armbar.
Yeah.
To which Tommy said, "Oh God, I hope that's not her move." Why'd you say that,
Yeah,
Tommy?
why'd you say that, Tom?
Because it looked amateur.
I mean,
Amateur,
because
tell
if
us
you do
more.
it legitimately, you'll actually hurt the person. That's the point. That's why. It's good.
Just didn't want to Ronda's
and,
moves.
You know, in modern day WWE, that's how it is. You know,
I mean-
you might hurt somebody.
Well, you're not supposed to hurt the person you're wrestling.
Yo, is it X Japan?
What?
What's the Japan one? X Japan?
New Japan?
New Japan? Yeah, didn't you say that's like more realistic?
It's very
I mean,
stiff.
they're stiff, but they're
What do you
not.
mean
Very
by
stiff.
I mean,
Like,
it
I
looks
mean, if I'm
real.
gonna go headbutt you, I'm going all the way.
Yeah, they're-
like we're
okay.
full headbutting it. You're getting CTE. Like I don't care.
They actually hit each other
Yeah.
sometimes. I mean, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar are probably going to do that at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll see.
After what we saw from Brock versus Braun,
Yeah.
where he just like Braun tapped him the wrong way.
Yeah, when
Brock slapped him with a left hand, like
Yeah.
stiff.
Yeah.
We're gonna get that all over again.
Yeah. But Nia powered out of said armbar.
Mm-hmm.
As she does, because she's the powerhouse of the division. Of the entire women's division, not just Raw. So, you know, I hate on Nia. I won't lie, I do hate on Nia. But she's gotten a lot better. She's really improved over
From the beginning
recent
to
months.
Is she the female Braun?
More or less.
They try to book her that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they you remember when you said, like, I know we're jumping the gun, but you remember when everyone, like, piled on Braun, you're like, he's going to do, like, the Rah!
Yeah.
That's exactly what she did last match.
Yeah, she does that a lot.
Yeah, so is that, like, kind of what they're aiming for?
Yeah, they're trying to make her look very like strong. Like she is like the.
Did she win a lot, though? Because every match I've seen
Yeah.
right now, she lost.
Wins.
She wins.
Just not recently.
She had like an argument with WWE because she wasn't happy with how they were booking her, and they kind of turned that around to make her at least look
Yeah,
a
she
lot
more-
stronger in the matches than her like being like, yeah, I'm gonna lose, like that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So they booked her kind of strong since you started watching her.
And, you know, just to draw back to her and Braun, they both didn't have any wrestling experience prior to coming to WWE. So they went through NXT. You okay, Tommy? I don't even know if anyone heard that. It was pretty weird.
Nobody heard that.
But yeah, neither of them had experience before NXT. So, and I mean, Braun wasn't really even on NXT. He was there training, but he was never on.
And then he was a
TV.
Rosebud, and then he was
Yeah.
part of the Wyatt family. And
Wasn't
then
he
the
just
rest
there
is
flipping,
history.
like, semis and...
No, that was after all that.
It's okay, I'm Braun.
But yeah, they both don't have a lot of experience, so you're seeing them kind of really fully grasp wrestling, and in the WWE style they want on the main shows, which you don't really see a lot. So, but like I said, she's gotten a lot better. But the finish of this match was Nia went for a powerbomb, and Asuka Hurricane Rana's her way out and hits that small package and wins it 1, 2, 3.
Which was kind of a weird. We all looked at it. It was kind of a weird
Yeah, I thought
1, 2,
maybe-
3.
Uh-huh.
We thought it was like a little bit of a potential mistake,
Mm-hmm.
and then they kind of just went with it. After
It
that.
was an awfully quick match for two powerhouses, I feel. I mean, obviously, whatever her name is, like, is the big, like, oh, I'm big, I'm strong.
Nah.
And then everyone, like, likes Azuka now, you know?
Azuka? That's her. She has 3 names.
That's just what I'm going with. What's the name?
Asuka,
Asuka. I can't remember it now.
Azuka, and
Yeah. And Asuka's like,
He said
oh my God, it's
Suzuka.
Asuka. Whatever, bro. Bazooka Gum. You know, that's our sponsor. Here we go. You're next.
But after the match, Nia attacks. She comes out of nowhere.
Who?
Like Randy Orton. Nia.
Oh, okay.
The one that isn't Azuka.
Yeah.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Wow. Damn.
that's a low blow.
Low blow.
So Rosie's not going to be sponsoring us.
No,
Well, does she have anything to, like, sponsor?
Yeah, it could be worse.
Product?
All right.
Could be worse.
Anyway, Nia attacks. Really cool moment where she blast Asuka through the barricade, to which we all went, ooh, snap. Something like that. You gotta watch the
You gotta watch the stream highlights.
You okay, Chris?
Absolutely.
If the audio is not making random samurai sword noises, then if you see our reaction to that.
We found a way to summon a samurai in my basement. We found it. We found the way.
Yeah, so Nia looked strong despite the loss. Again, drawing to the Braun comparison, which we will get into in a little bit. Which led to Woken, not Broken.
Oh my god, dude! I think Tommy summed it up pretty quick.
Hold on. Woken Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt, dude, that was the cringiest thing, right? Like that was the perfect word. I feel.
It was super cringe.
I mean,
God.
It's been so long since I watched Matt Hardy fight. Like I'm talking like 2006, 2007, and I'm a huge Matt Hardy fan, and it's just like
So sad.
You know, I probably came at the wrong time. Maybe it was like a build up to like this, super cringy persona that he came up with or WWE came up with. But
that's all him.
Yeah, it's all him.
Okay, in your opinion.
No, it is because he made it up.
He made it up. He made it up on Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, and you know what? It works.
Bring it up.
It works. The fans loved it.
Yeah.
Low key, they were chanting the
he's back.
the beach ball or whatever.
The elite chant.
Yeah, they loved it, and that's what the WWE wants. They want people who can hype the crowd up, start these personas that will, create like a face type thing for them. And
a slogan. Like that's all. That's like a slogan now.
It's always been that way, though. It's
Woke
always been that way. And, I was rooting for Matt Hardy from the bat,
sure.
and it makes me happy to be.
You're the only one that picked Bray.
Yeah.
I was just trying to be different.
Oh, you're just trying to be different?
Oh, yeah, because our whole card was the same until that match.
I probably would have bet on
No, this is
the same guy you bet on.
This was my logic. Anyway, let me get into my logic here. I think I explained it briefly
All right,
on
Spock.
the predictions. What?
I said, all right, Spock.
I don't watch Star Trek. I don't get that.
It's all about logic.
It's Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars is better.
All right, Tommy's piecing.
My logic here was obviously first about the match. Match started weird. Matt kind of just disappeared.
Yeah. But
leaving his
we were
coat.
expecting that from that cringe, weird promo that we saw Matt Hardy's face on Earth. So we knew something weird was about to take place here.
Yeah, and then he keeps saying, I will, what's it?
Because we thought he might be summoning Jeff.
Something obsolete and render you obsolete, which is what Jeff used to say in Impact when they were. So I was like, oh my God, Jeff's coming back. But he didn't. There was Beach Roll Mania during this match. So that pretty much sums up how into it everyone was, which is obviously disappointing.
I mean, the fans were into it in the beginning with Matt doing the good amount of the crowd was doing the delete chants, but then once Beach Ball Mania took place, it was kind of, we all knew like how people viewed this match.
Yeah, but Matt wins, Twist of Fate.
Which me and Chris predicted.
Yes, you guys were right. But let me explain my logic.
Yes, we want your logic again.
I did want Matt to win, but I was trying to be logical, and because I didn't want Roman Reigns to win, but I still picked him because I was trying to be logical about it. I don't want to pay for dinner.
None of us do.
But
I'm at the least. I'm favored to pay for dinner right now as of tonight.
But it looks like this match is gonna happen again at WrestleMania, so I wanted to provide some intrigue to the match by having Bray win, since Matt seems to have been getting the upper hand a lot in this feud they've had for the past couple months. So that was my logic. I figured Bray would win, establish Bray a little bit more going into Mania, and then Matt wins at WrestleMania. But, he could win both matches, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But that's probably a match we're going to get at WrestleMania. We'll see. We don't know what's going on with Jeff. But
yeah.
That was that. Unfortunately, that was what we would like to call a bathroom break match.
And your streak ended at the end of that match.
Yes,
you were 4 for
4 going into that. But that's okay. So that brought us to Ronda Rousey's contract signing. So, immediately, we think, this is probably going to lead to a WrestleMania match. And then we saw 4 microphones on the table. So, who could that be? So, Kurt Angle comes out first. He gets his you suck stuff. He's looking kind of depressed, but he usually does for some reason.
He has massive lose face for some weird reason.
But But then Triple H and Stephanie come out. And I was like, oh man, this is going to be another 20-minute promo. And it was already 10 o'clock at that point, but it wasn't. Triple H and Stephanie are like, then Ronda comes out, obviously. Triple H puts her over a lot. He's like, oh, she's the baddest woman on the planet, all that good stuff. Talks her up a lot, says they've had her eye on her, stuff like that. But then Kurt, the whole time Kurt Angle in the background's like spazzing out. And we're all like, is he okay? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, we were very confused on what was going on.
And he like kind of calls out Stephanie and Hunter about WrestleMania 31 and how ever since they've like kind of, I don't know, what was the word?
Held a grudge.
Held a grudge, more or less. Good, thanks, Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
And now they own her. And I feel like he was gonna say the B word at some point.
He was about to say.
And Triple H cuts him off.
I don't know. I felt like he was gonna say business.
I don't know.
To me, it sounded like that, but they try to cut it off like it would say.
Maybe.
But the way that Kurt, it could have been that, but the way Kurt was sounding is now we own this.
Yeah,
like,
and the crowd reacted as such too.
Yeah.
So, but Triple H is all like, I don't know if you guys know this, but Kurt was in the hospital this week for the flu, so he's having a relapse.
Which I've never heard anyone having that before.
To which I said poor choice of words because Kurt Angle's literally had a drug problem at one point.
Yeah.
So.
And both him and Stephanie were like, yeah, he just relapsed.
He does have the head of an alcoholic.
So he, wow.
That was a low blow.
What does that mean? Can you elaborate on that?
If you look at the size of his head, it just looks like an alcoholic's head.
Why?
Can you give a comparison? Do you know anybody else with that type of head who's an alcoholic?
Yes.
Who?
Danica.
No. Ken Danica.
There you go.
Pretty good. Anyway, so Triple H escorts Kurt Angle out of the ring, but then somehow
somehow he gets a mic.
Somehow he found the mic in the process.
As Triple H is escorting him out because he's having a relapse of the flu, he somehow manages to get a mic.
And he's all like, "Hey, they also said how." You left out how Stephanie said at one point that Ronda's washed up and nobody at this point, and then Ronda was all pissed that Stephanie said that.
Oh, pissed.
So then Ronda gets in Triple H's face, which we're like, oh god.
Triple H is about to pedigree her.
No, she gets in Stephanie's face first, and then
Triple H comes in to save her, and he tries to separate her.
Yes, to which Ronda takes exception to and puts him straight through that table.
Yeah.
That was set up. We were saying the whole time, I wonder who's going through that table. Because if there's a table and a contract signing, the table's either getting thrown at someone or is getting destroyed by someone. So, Triple H goes through a table.
Ronda almost misses the table,
yes,
throwing Triple H. Triple H throws his arm at the last second to somehow break the table.
But then she gets in Stephanie's face, and Stephanie slaps her.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing happened.
Yeah, Ronda didn't do anything.
Yeah, it was very disappointing.
Yeah.
Then she signs her contract.
Throws it on top of Triple H.
And looks like we're going to head to something at Mania with those four, possibly. At least Stephanie and Ronda. So we will see.
For sure.
But we thought this whole time we thought Kurt was going to potentially be someone at WrestleMania, but in this promo kind of thing, he seemed kind of like he was like a heel. Mm-hmm. He like didn't want to team up with Ronda. He was just like, this is all contradiction. I don't want her here. I don't want her part of my brand or something like that.
But they did say Ronda will not be in a title match. At WrestleMania, but she will have a match.
Yeah, she will have a match.
So that is confirmed. We have 3 confirmed matches at WrestleMania. Well, we know Ronda's competing. There's no confirmed match.
Yeah, because Ronda didn't want a title match. She said in the promo she wants to like earn her opportunities, so she didn't want the whole
good on
title
her.
Match. Yeah.
After she got a title shot after getting knocked out and coming back after 2 years in the UFC and then got knocked out again. So now she's a wrestler. So that's that. That brought us to the main event of our evening, the Elimination Chamber match, where the winner would face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans for the Universal title.
Chris hates that logo.
Yeah, you really don't.
It's so bad.
You really don't like
it's
it.
So
why?
I mean, now that it's in New Orleans, I kind of get the color scheme. It kind of reminds me of like a gambling kind of like flashy, showy kind of thing. But I just don't like that color scheme.
I wouldn't mind if they did it in like I know it's the New Orleans Saints, like the football team. I wouldn't mind if they kind of did a similar color scheme. I don't really like the whole purple.
Yeah, purple, yellow,
kind of
and
yellow,
what was that,
yeah.
green and whatever?
Yeah, green. Yeah.
Yeah,
something
no,
like that.
thank you. That's a little too flashy.
If they kind of went
showy.
a little bit darker by not matching like the Saints, kind of that kind of even like the New Orleans Pelicans basketball team. If you did something similar to that, I would have been okay with it. But the
Blue and
purple kind
red,
of makes it
blue
weird.
and no, blue and red is like Spider-Man. Blue and gray, white, like ours, it'd be perfect.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Why not
I
just
wouldn't-
rename it 3MP Mania?
Yeah,
you
we
go.
sponsored.
We commentate instead of Corey Graves.
Yeah, we don't need any more Booker T and Corey Graves.
I mean, Booker T isn't a commentator.
Nah, I
anymore.
want Booker T. Dude, what was
Can I
that thing in the
say-
beginning?
He's the pre-show commentator now.
Yes.
He's a caster. It's a term for it.
Oh, yes.
Although we thought that him and Corey Graves were going to fight, but allegedly that was a whole
Yeah,
kind
that
of
was a
work
work.
thing. Yeah.
But the chamber match opens with an Elias song. Avi goes through his thing where he runs down the town, and all the wrestlers involved. But he is interrupted by his buddy Braun.
Who I got excited about because he was my pick, and that meant he was going to be in a pod.
Yes, he would start the match in a pod, along with Elias. But Tommy didn't like this, but I did like it. Braun, every time they showed him in the pod, he was breathing heavily onto the pod. And I thought that made him look more like a monster. But Tommy, why didn't you like that?
It appears unprofessional, in my opinion, is a weak way of showing dominance, I suppose. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but, it just looked sloppy. It looked gross, in a sense. It looked, uncleanly,
Uncleanly.
I'll say.
That's a
But I
good
guess
word.
that's what they're trying to, portray. The character of this, Braun Strowman, is that he's uncleanly, is that he doesn't care about, being cleanly. But, it bothered me. Probably wouldn't bother most people, but
All right, well, I liked it, but to each his
Yeah,
own, I
sure.
suppose. But the match starts with Elias, Braun, Roman, and Cena in the pods, and Rollins, Balor, and Miz outside and starting the match. As we know, 7 men, so 3 men started this match. First time ever.
first time ever.
So the match started with the Miz trying to make alliances with either of Rollins and Balor. We should note that Rollins was wearing red
Yep.
and Balor was wearing blue. So new attire for both of them.
He wasn't Daredevil as Chris.
No Daredevil.
hoped.
No
Finn
Daredevil.
Balor would be Daredevil.
Pretty disappointing.
But yeah, so the Miz is unsuccessful, and Finn and
Good.
Seth kind of
Miz sucks.
just laugh at him for trying, and they team up against the Miz.
Miz was just there to get beat up on.
I mean,
It-
yeah,
Like, we need someone
He's
to
such
go
a
out
great
first.
heel, though.
yes.
We need
He's a
someone to go
great
out
heel.
first. Yeah,
He's
doesn't
been a
mean he
great
doesn't
heel
suck.
for so long.
Yeah, you know who's a better heel? Edge.
I mean,
But he,
Honest day.
he hasn't been in a
You
ring
want- if
since
you want-
2010.
If you want to talk about
the saddest day of
if
my
you wanna
life
talk
when he
about modern
announced his
day
retirement.
But is
The
the Edge
Miz is
coming
a
back?
great. No, he's not.
Why won't the Edge come back?
he can't
He
wrestle
can't. He's
anymore.
injured. He's hurt.
Chris doesn't. Just so you guys know, Chris doesn't understand the concept that if Edge goes into a ring
He
maybe
might die.
5 more times, that he could potentially die.
But no, how about this? How about they just get the script and they write that he can do more matches? Like, I don't get. Just
He
do that.
literally he was world champion. He
Yeah.
was world champion. He came into the ring and said, "I have to give this up because the doctor said I'm going to die. I'm going to die." There's no script like Vince is not gonna be like, "Hey, yeah, let's bring Edge back. Yeah, that's right. He can wrestle 5 more times, even though the doctor said he's gonna die. Yeah."
Just get the doctor to write him another prescription.
You're feeding into the Miz. This is what the Miz wants. This is what the Miz expects. This is what the heel. It's
Yes.
never been a turn. It's always been that the Miz is a heel.
Yeah.
He's
Miz-
never been face. He's
Miz-
always been hated by everybody.
If he was a face,
And he loves
sucked
it.
at
Yeah. Yeah.
He loves
Miz,
it.
If he was
The
a face.
company loves it, and you're falling for it.
Miz
it's that-
wanted Edge.
You have to learn to appreciate
Miz
that he's a
replaced
good
Edge as
antagonist.
top
I
heel of
got
the company.
You're saying
This
I
is-
got God?
Yeah.
You got
Don't
got
get
kiddo.
God.
Like I've mentioned before, Miz is at the point where he's so good at being heel that people cheer for him. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was what Edge was in 2010 when
Yeah.
he announced his retirement. So you could
CM
technically
Punk.
say that Miz replaced Edge as
Does anybody
one of
remember
those
when,
heels.
when Edge was face? When all the girls loved Edge?
why? Are you, no, you can't. We established we cannot
One
slam the
time.
table.
One time, kiddo.
One time,
One
we're talking
time
about
is
Edge.
good.
It's okay.
We're talking
doesn't
about
allow
Edge.
it.
It's okay.
Stop.
But yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
This is
Yes.
a major segue.
The
Back
Miz
to the
was
match.
there to get beat up. That's what he does very well. As well as being a good heel and being arguably the best Intercontinental Champion of all time at this point.
Yes,
So,
and his hairstyle is very spot on.
yes, he does have a nice hairstyle.
Yes.
He's
And
had that since like 2000.
I'm just saying it stayed throughout because everyone has their long hair and their balding hair and stuff like that. But his hair, nice and firm, put a lot of gel in it, was able to have what's his name grab it, Braun. Like it was very useful in the match.
Stayed the same. Stayed very
God.
similar.
Yeah, it was useful. It was utilized appropriately, and Braun killed it.
Yeah, he did. Anyway, the next person out of the match after all of that, Cena came out. And he immediately faces off with Rollins after their historic match
Historic.
in the gauntlet match on Monday.
And
on
let me
Raw.
tell you something.
What's that?
The body mass on that kid.
Kid?
Oh my god.
He's like 42.
He literally said on
I'm
Raw
41,
Talk
I'm
after that,
struggling.
I'm 41 and I'm struggling and I might have to consider laying down for a little bit.
laying down. You know what? John Cena just has to lay down. Anyway,
Is that a metaphor for he needs to lose more matches?
no, it just means that he's very soft skin
Wow.
wise.
Yeah, you were talking about skin a lot. in
Dude,
this
him and
match.
Seth Rollins were glistening with softness. That's how I felt, man.
You think
But
they use baby
we'll,
oil?
We'll talk about that another
Lotion?
day. Baby blue?
I said, you think they use like baby oil and lotion?
Oh, I thought you said baby blue. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Steven. If you know something I don't, please inform me.
Cringe.
Anyway, as I was saying, he faces off with Rollins, calling back to that match. Eventually, he gets Seth Rollins and Finn Balor on the mat, and you know what's going to happen, that 5-knuckle shuffle, but he hits the double. That's right, double trouble 5-knuckle shuffle.
Which is the weird.
Which is
For the first time
Weirdest
ever?
looking
Question
move.
mark.
No, it's not the first time
Okay.
ever. But someone in our chat said, is that the worst looking move in all of wrestling? And I think we came to an agreement that it's probably at least in the top 5.
It's in the top 5.
But Cena goes for a double AA. I think it was Finn and Seth.
Yes.
Finn and Seth were up on them shoulders, but they get out of that. Then the big dog, Roman Reigns, comes out of his pod. Roman Reigns. So then business picked up. So Roman's out. I think we all thought he was actually going to win, and we'll get to that. But one spot was all 4 guys, other than the Miz, at that point in the match, were set up for the yes kicks, and he's going around in a circle saying, "Who do you guys want me to give it to?" And the crowd's, yeah, go to Rowan, yeah, they want it bad. But he decides to give it to all of them, so it was a little duck, goose action with the Miz kicks.
And then he hit Roman with the most ones after the fact.
Hey,
Yeah.
come on.
What?
You don't think that was a little retarded?
Whoa!
Can't drop that word these
I don't know
days.
if we could say that.
What?
That's offensive.
Well, I didn't say it like it was supposed to be said.
Yeah, you said it like Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken
Yeah.
with the cowbells.
But if you say something, as Christopher Walken, it doesn't mean the same. Sometimes. Anyway, listen, I think
I thought
that...
I was the impression guy on the show.
Listen,
I only do Vince. I can't do anyone else.
don't you think it was a little ridiculous? It was like, I get it, he's supposed to hit him, but he was like, slap, 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 slap. It's like when you spam a move in the video game. I was like, stop.
But then, speaking of impression, Braun comes out of his pod.
I pop. He's my pick to win this thing.
And he's getting ready to get these hands on everyone. But yes, he does destroy everyone.
Yep.
Miz pretty much crapped his pants after Monday.
He tries to climb the pod.
Yes.
He tries to climb the pod. This is great. He tries to climb it.
Yeah.
Braun somehow quickly climbs
Yeah,
it. It was like
Braun-
the most nimble.
I don't get it.
300.
I mean, he was like the size of the thing,
Yeah.
so he just had to climb once.
Yeah, he like
he's up
climbs
there.
it, and then I called that he was gonna use the glass and just starts slamming
Yeah.
Miz into it, and then he just throws him off into
Yeah.
everyone onto everyone else. Then the Braun kind of
Corny.
attack streak
Yes.
starts.
But
yeah.
shortly after, Braun hits his running power slam and eliminates the Miz.
Yes, he does.
But yeah, then the 4 members of the match that were remaining after the Miz, but Elias was not in this match yet. He was the last person to come out. They all team up, and that's Cena, Rollins, Roman, and Finn. They team up and powerbomb Braun, all 4 of them. And then they all pin him at once.
Forgot Cena.
I said Cena.
You missed somebody. There was 5 people left.
4. So
Four people
I,
power bombed.
yeah, I said 4 people. Finn, Seth, Roman, Cena.
You just named 3 people.
Finn, Seth, Roman, Cena.
That's 3
Four.
people.
Finn, Seth, Roman, Cena. That's 4 people.
Finn, Seth.
Finn, Seth,
Okay,
Roman,
I'm
Cena.
sorry.
Anyway, yes, they all go for a pin, and Braun still kicks out.
Kicks out.
We thought maybe that was how they were gonna get him out of this match, but then they all hit their finishers on Braun as well.
Dude, finisher smash.
Yes, they all got their finishers in, but Braun still kicks out. Braun still kicks out, and in the process, after that, eliminates both the Miz and not Miz, Elias and Cena, because Elias came in between then and there. Tommy, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Tommy, you're like you're laughing so hard. Are you okay?
Listen,
Yes.
he likes those hands.
He wants to get those hands.
Get those hands. Sorry.
Get
I
them
must have-
hands. That's me.
Get those hands.
But Finn has a good showing after those eliminations. He takes out Seth with his DDT finisher. I believe it's called the 1918. It's something like that. It's some significant
It's
year.
like an execution, right?
Yeah, it's something like that. And
I
it's
still like
a-
the STFU better.
the
Sure.
submission.
Yeah.
He didn't do that in this
He
match.
didn't do that. He did the FU,
They're
Yeah.
hardly
which
the
is
AA.
which is the AA.
attitude
no.
adjustment.
Yes. Anyways,
No.
he hits that on Seth. He hits the coup de grace on Roman. But
I'm not your brother-in-law.
whoa,
Supposed to do that to your brother-in-law.
whoa,
Peter's
relax, relax, relax,
Yeah, you actually have.
relax,
Yeah.
relax, relax, relax.
Stop.
But yeah, he goes for Braun as well, Finn. So he had a great showing. Tommy,
You
kept
really
saying,
thought Finn was gonna win? You said it
no,
during the match.
no, I said if he somehow
No, you were
pins-
like, I think you might win this.
I said if he pins
no,
Braun.
you said it right.
no,
right?
no,
Then
no.
he
He
said-
hits.
Like,
He
oh,
put
wow.
a stipulation in it.
He hits he hits the coup de grace. I'm like, wow, if he pins him here, he might actually win this match. Because I thought,
You almost didn't trust in Roman Reigns
yeah, why not?
because you
It's
picked him.
Well, you
I
also
did.
almost switched your pick. On
Yeah,
our
you tried to
stream.
pitch it to switch it to
Pitch it
Cena.
John
Before the
Cena.
match started.
Because it's
Yeah.
John Cena.
Well, you also forgot that John Cena was in the... Wait, John's in the match?
Yeah, I have to go fanboy for that song, dude.
He's a meme.
Yeah.
John
Gotta go
Cena's
for the
a
main
meme.
character.
He is a meme at this point.
At this point, he's a
He
meme.
doesn't really.
He's
wanna be
there to fill.
Maybe
Yes.
he'll team up with
He's a
Ronda.
big body
No.
who can fill those type of positions.
And
Mhm.
he's a great spokesperson for Grinder.
true.
You know?
You keep going back to
You
that.
go-
I don't know
back
about
to the
Grinder,
Trainwreck
but
joke.
Dude,
you know,
it's so funny. That's
He's
like,
great in Trainwreck.
That's
I'm not
probably
gonna
like
lie.
my favorite video of him. He's gonna find you a Grinder. It's so good.
Anyway, another good sequence. Seth had a big flying splash off the pod. Braun gets a drop kick, which we mentioned last week, is life.
It's fantastic.
We love Braun drop kicks. And Tommy even said, oh man, big man getting the drop kicks in. Gotta love a big man doing a drop
But aren't you
kick.
kind of tired of Seth Rollins just getting beat up like constantly?
What do you mean?
Seth Rollins.
What do you mean?
He's just literally getting beat up all the time.
You just witnessed his best Raw performance. You're
Yeah,
telling me
he has
he got beat
great
up.
He
endurance.
lost.
He does CrossFit.
He lost 3 matches. He beat the top 2 guys.
Yeah, but then he lost.
He does. He's CrossFit Jesus.
Yeah, but then
He
he,
has the
lost.
stamina.
in your
Dude,
opinion.
I like the guy. He has great intro music. All
Yes,
right,
he does.
Great
Burn
intro music.
it down.
That's not what makes a wrestler.
Helps.
It actually really
Stone
helps.
Cold.
Yeah, Cold Stone
It
Steve
helps.
Austin.
That's not what
Undertaker.
makes a wrestler.
Cold.
Yeah, but you associate that with the wrestler forever.
Exactly.
No.
Randy Orton will be able
Certainly
remember
helps.
first
Yes
intro.
and no.
What's so great about Edge? On this day. That's like the best thing ever.
I like this song before Metalingus did it, dude.
Meddling.
Dude, the Rob Zombie thing that he had
Yes.
for a minute.
He had Rob Zombie.
Yeah,
What
he
do you
had it
have?
for for a few weeks.
Who?
Edge.
What song?
I forget.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Dracula.
No,
No.
it wasn't
Yeah,
Dracula. It was a
dude,
song
it
nobody
just-
knew.
Feels so good. I feel so numb.
Ah!
No smashing.
No smash, Tommy.
That's 2 smashes, okay? Give me a second.
Third one is Exile.
We'll just look it up for the sake of time.
It still says, you think you know me.
Yes.
You think you know me?
I mean,
Is it
he
Dead
had-
Girl Superstar?
Hold on.
Come on, it has to be a hit. It's definitely not a no-name
It
one.
wasn't a hit.
Well, they also had the "You Think You Know Me" over and over and over and over again for like a little bit of a theme before he got back.
Never gonna stop.
It was called "Never Gonna Stop."
Yeah.
Yeah. That song.
That was the
he plays
original-
that all the time.
That
That's
was the
kind of-
original Edge song when he was face. Dude, you
Well,
heard
no, it
all the
wasn't the
girls in the
original.
crowd go insane.
He had
When he was
the.
face?
He just had the "You Think You Know Me" thing with the.
You
just
Think You Know
You
Me.
think you
basic
know me?
music
Yeah, he "Think You Know Me"
first, and then the Rob
Da-
Zombie
And he
thing.
had Rob Zombie, and then he switched to.
Him and Christian came out to that song too, the first one.
Christian.
And
Christian's
then-
a stud, bro.
And then they split up, and Christian had the Christian.
Then he went to Impact for a little bit.
Yeah,
and then
that
he
was
came back.
sad.
That almost sounds worse than Glorious.
Remember what was the name of his? The Unprettier was the name of his finishing
Yeah.
move, and they changed it to the Kill Switch, which you'd enjoy because
But
Wasn't CM Punk kill switch too?
yes, this fire. They made
So
that
tight.
for Randy Orton. He used it once, and they were
I don't
like,
know about
"Yeah,
the song.
no idea." That
the
was
name of
terrible.
his finishing move was the Unprettier. The name of his finisher in TNA was the Kill Switch.
And then they brought it.
You want me to demonstrate it on you?
No, I'm okay
Because
right
I
now.
can.
When he
My
was
bladder
Christian
is
Cade.
full, but not end well.
But yeah, CM
Can I
Punk
demonstrate on
had,
somebody? Because I can.
no. CM Punk came out to this fire, which was originally Randy Orton's
Great
music,
song.
for one night, and then
Great
they were
song.
like, "Yeah, no."
But yeah,
But,
back to Seth Rollins. I feel bad for the
Yes,
guy.
back
Just
to Seth Rollins.
keeps getting wrecked, and I just want to see that guy like not get wrecked so much and actually win,
I
He
mean,
will.
he technically won 2 matches on Raw.
but then lost.
Yeah, but he still won 2 matches. So
Against the
out of
top
3
two
ain't bad.
guys. That's impressive.
It's true. It's like
a
when
meme.
Chris Jericho beat The Rock and Stone Cold in one night.
It's a meme.
He'll get. They're building him up to give him something to do.
Yeah,
There's no reason why he's in the final 4 or the final 3. Beats the top 2 guys. If they're not, don't have plans for Seth in the future to be a top guy, to be a
Alright.
champion again.
I'll wait to see it.
He is a top guy. Like
Oh, he is, but
everyone
I'm saying
says.
to give him a championship run again.
Oh,
They're
he'll
building
get it.
something up to that.
I'll get it. Don't worry. I hope he goes to SmackDown.
I
That's
hope he does
Monday
too.
Night Rollins. Yeah.
Tuesday night rounds then, which doesn't sound as nice, but we'll make it work.
Tuesday Night Seth Live.
All right, and then what happens?
Tuesday night
Steven?
Kingslayer Crunch.
Then Seth, your boy, goes for the curb stomp on Braun after a couple super kicks. And Braun does not want that, so he catches him and hits that power slam and eliminates him. So, Braun eliminates 5 people in this match. Good for him. Gotta love Braun. But
Supposed to
that's
say
a bit of
4.
a spoiler. What?
Go on.
Okay. So that leaves Braun and Roman as the final 2.
Which I knew after that. Well, the thing was, there was a moment before that where I knew how the match was going to end because Finn hits the coup de grace on was it on Seth?
Roman.
On Roman, sorry, yeah. And he can go to pin Roman, which would have
Mm-hmm.
turned the tides in my favor. But then he instantly grabs Finn off that and running power slam pins Finn. So that turned my... Because I knew right after that happened, when he had a chance to pin Roman, I knew Roman was going to, end up strong chances of winning.
But yeah, Braun ends up going through the pod, trying to put Roman through it.
Yeah.
So we did get a pod spot.
Yeah, there's not a lot of
one.
pod spots this Elimination Chamber, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of cool spots, at least. But they didn't use the cage as much as we thought they might with all these people in the ring.
But, Roman and Braun always have good back and forths.
Yeah.
One of the best feuds of the last year is those two trying to murder each other every week, literally, with trucks and ambulances and various other objects that they tried to murder each other with.
Tommy's missing out.
Ambulances were flipped by Braun, literally.
Production truck almost.
In quotations.
Got destroyed.
I mean, you do see him flipping it, so it's got to be real.
Yeah. Sure.
See, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. So there you go. I believe that. But Roman does win this match, but it takes 3 Superman punches and 2 spears. So Braun not easily defeated as per usual, but Roman does win. Chris and I predict correctly.
Oh, yeah.
We share the win on this night.
What did I say? It's not often I'm wrong. What did I say?
Say that all the
Hear
time.
that, Hats?
I mean, you did also say that you were screwed because you didn't know enough to win these.
Yeah. And
So which one is it?
You guys got. All right, you guys got.
Are you saying you hustled us?
Hustler. Yo, they call me Papachulo for a reason, all right?
Do they call you that?
Oh, yeah.
Is that your
Hell,
nickname,
yeah.
Chris Papachulo?
It's
Yep.
one pay-per-view, and as Steven knows, I get better as time goes on, so I'm not afraid of my unfortunate loss, even though Braun had a fantastic showing tonight.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
fantastic.
So I was super excited to see that, and I predicted correctly that he would be in at least the final two. So I was happy with that statement, and you guys didn't give me the point for it, which I understand.
But Braun attacks again after
Yes.
the match, as he's been doing.
Salty.
Gets a couple power slams, throws Roman through a pod, and he stands tall to end the show.
Which is fantastic. Better than
think-
Roman with fireworks going off and people booing him.
Seems to be that Vince likes showing Braun just dominating people
Yeah.
and letting him kind of just play the crowd a little bit.
Yeah, because the crowd was chanting. He did it once, and then he was looking around. The crowd started chanting one more time, so he did it one last time.
So if we had to, how are we grading Elimination Chamber 2018 on a like a normal grade scale, A, B, C, D?
$2 billion money.
Excuse me.
I would give it a B plus.
Wow, B plus.
I would
Really?
give it a B plus.
Come on. I think it's because he lost. His predictions didn't pan out.
You guys thought it was better?
Oh, because I was
I
great.
didn't think of it. I think B plus is a generous grade, actually.
What are you
being
giving it?
honest.
You're giving it a B or lower?
I'd say because the chamber matches were good. I will say that Nia and Asuka was good. The tag titles match kind of felt like didn't need to happen. The contract signing was a little underwhelming. I mean, I guess that's what we expected, but I don't know. I'm not sure I like that as Ronda's. Her first two interactions with the WWE crowd haven't exactly been what I would expect her to do. It's cool she put Triple H through a table, but
Yeah.
other than that, I'd say I'll give it a B minus. I'm
Oh,
not gonna say it was
no.
terrible
All right,
because it
'cause
was
you
entertaining.
Because you guys are being so, not respectful. A minus right here.
You're giving
All
it
right.
an
A
A minus?
minus. I gotta
But
support.
why?
Why?
Because I was right 3 out of 4 times.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Even better.
That's a B though. That's an 80.
Nah, man, I'm good.
But that's your only reason.
Nah, man, it was tight. I got to see Braun wreck people multiple times, take out 5 dudes. I got to see the Miz lose. Screw that guy.
Apollo also lost, so you're happy about that.
Right out of there. Who else? You got to see my boy Cena and see him glisten with Rollins. And Ronda Rousey, I don't care about. I thought I'd be a little more excited. She's not panning out to be cool. I know, she just kind of stares there. She looks like she wants to laugh and smile
Well,
like every time.
you have to take into account that she is a big wrestling fan, so it's still kind of like cool for her at this point, and
Yeah.
kind of like a dream of hers to be in that situation. So once she actually gets a chance to wrestle, I'm sure she'll be a little bit more comfortable.
Probably, yeah. Right now it's just too corny for me.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's a little weird how they're setting things up, but
Don't care about the bar. The women's match was kind of okay. It was really cool when Wonder Woman jumped off. That was fun, but other than that, it was kind of disappointing. Yeah, so A minus. Right there.
really, because it doesn't seem you like based on your recap, you didn't seem to like much of
Dude,
it.
it was great. Braun.
He's giving it like percent points because he got the 4 out of 5.
So you're
picture.
waiting
It's a
the
curve.
Okay.
He's
He's curving. He's curving it up.
Wrestlers give curves. I gave it a curve.
Okay,
Gotta be
that's
nice.
fair.
Gotta
I'm
be
not
fair.
gonna judge you. I'm not gonna judge you for your grade. It's
There
your
you go.
I
opinion.
mean, I gave it a B plus.
What about Tommy, our first ever guest on this podcast?
I'll give it a C plus. I'm very
Oh my god.
very critical of modern day wrestling.
Should be.
I go way back, in my opinion. Steven goes way back farther than I can, but he's way more appreciative than today's wrestling than
I do like today's.
I will
wrestling.
probably ever be. He was very corny, almost predictable.
It was
Almost, as I didn't predict everything, but
Chris went 4 out of 5, so it was,
I was
a pretty
very-
predictable pay per view.
I was very close. But WWE needs to step it up. They need to. I will never get over that. I will never stop saying that.
They could always. Everyone could always improve.
Oh yeah. Speaking of predictable, you knew freaking. I'll say her name correctly. Asuka
there you go.
was gonna win.
No, we knew that.
Like yeah,
That was
so
the gimme.
predictable.
That was the gimme of the
that was the
entire
gimme
thing.
pick.
Come on. Come on.
No, they could always step up. I mean, they have so much talent on their roster. There's no reason why they shouldn't be putting on
But they can't.
the best matches. But Vince has a very specific style he likes,
Yeah.
and we'll see. It seems
There's no surprise, comeback, like people coming back or anything,
No, it's not that's only like big pay-per-view.
I'm just saying, I'm kind of disappointed. Like, it'd be great if Hardy came out, Jeff Hardy.
WrestleMania's right around the corner.
Come on,
dude.
Jeff Hardy coming out.
You're gonna get a few surprises.
Edge.
Today could have been
Edge is not. I'm not even entertaining it
Rob
anymore.
Van Dam.
Nah, he can't.
He
He
can't.
can.
He can't.
Wait, that guy makes.
won't
He's
clear
in
him
wrestling
'cause he's all
too. Last I
jacked
saw
up.
him, he was in Expendables 3, right?
He's still no Rob Van Dam. That was. Oh my god. I'm done. I'm done.
Steven's walking away.
We got Lindgren in here, and I got Van Dam. It's gonna get everyone in this.
I heard somewhere that he was. I heard somewhere that he was good to go, bro. I'm sorry.
All right, guys, thank you
But,
for
yeah,
listening.
Thank you for listening. Follow us on all social medias. Look up
Yes.
everywhere. 3MP. Go back. You can watch our first ever stream. I recommend watching the 2-hour video.
Yeah.
First hour is up and down. But make sure you see that. Follow us on there. We'll be streaming Fastlane. But this was our Elimination Chamber reactions. Thank you for Tommy for being our first
Thank
ever
you,
guest
Tommy.
I love you more than they do.
on the show.
He's probably right.
Steven's obviously mad. He walked away.
He had
but,
a good twinkle. So
But for Steven, I'm Alex.
I'm Chris,
And
I'm Tommy.
And Tommy. And we will see you guys next time. Have a good time.
signing off.
See you
Later.
Bye.
Wah 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 wah.